Hello and welcome to Munich vlog number 2. Yeah, the whiteboard is gone. I have the feeling that this is not gonna stay up there for long. I didn't like it, so I returned it.
That was easier than expected. I even got the money back.
But maybe I can make the background a bit more interesting. Whee! There we go. Welcome to my room. Let me start this week's vlog with the most important topic. Work. Yes, I had to think there for a second. Because even though I'm not yet working for TNG, I already had my first meeting with the client. It was a sunny Friday the 13th and I went up to Unterföhring.
Alright.
To go to the tech day of TNG, mainly to have lunch.
Genau, das wäre die
Yes. But also to prepare for my first meeting with the client. And then I cycled to the client.
One last smoothie before we cycle, because we have to go like there for 40 minutes.
Through the Olympia Park, that was nice.
That's why cycling is cool. You just can go through the park where the cars just need to go there and you can just go over that whole... Love it.
And with Chris, one of the partners of TNG, I went there.
This introduction interview should be kinda chill, I hope. I'm just gonna be myself, that's the most important thing, and I think that I'm an awesome person, so what could possibly go wrong?
And again, I won't tell you who that client is, but they are a rather small company, so still count as a startup, I think 5 years old or something, and they work in the field of home automatization with the goal to save energy. So it also plays a little bit into the saving the climate kind of vibe, which I really like. And also I like that they don't have a dress code. I was there in like shorts and a t-shirt, it was awesome. And I impressed them by just being smart.
Fucking nailed it. And up there on the 7th floor you have a really nice view. I can't tell you which company is up there, but the view is really good from the 7th floor.
They asked me just brain teaser questions that I answered without a problem. They also showed me some C code and I had to tell them what it does. And I was a bit confused at first because I thought there was a trick in it. Because, I mean, there was a trick in it, but it was so obvious that I thought, well, maybe there's a double trick in it and I need to find out the double trick. But no, it was just a one simple, obvious thing. So I should have just said that in the beginning. They were impressed enough by me that they will accept me in their company. So I now know where I'm gonna work. I mean, it's somewhat far away from where I live. I mean, for reference, we are here.
That's approximately where I live. I live behind that black building. And now this is where I'm going to work.
So they're on the other side of the city. But considering how big Munich is, this is still quite close. I mean, my location is pretty central already and with my bike I'm there in like 40 minutes. That's fine. Besides, if I can cycle, that's no problem whatsoever because then I don't mind. Because cycling is sport and sport is good and I really like to cycle. It might just be annoying if I have to take public transport because it's snowing or way too cold or something. I haven't even checked public transport how to get there, but we'll figure it out. I also said this is not the main thing that I want to optimize. I mean, I can move out here, move in somewhere else. I'm not that attached to this flat or this room, even though it's a cool room, but also it's expensive. But we're in Munich, so everything is expensive. So that's cool that I know that. I was really excited that day. That was cool. Yeah, so that was the most important thing that happened last week. And then on the weekend, there were so many things going on because we're in Munich, it's a big city. There's always stuff happening. For instance, this weekend was the Isar Interfest. But on Saturday there was also the open day from the Vintage Club. which is like a swing dancing school, where they always had half-hour workshops in different styles.
First thing we tried is Charles. That's really hard on the knees. Looking forward to Lindy Hop.
Pretty cool stuff.
That was Boogie Woogie. Pretty close to rock. Rock and roll dance that I already did, yes. I mean, shag is really fun. Exhausting, but fun, because it's close and basically you don't need to do a lot than just this, so it's super easy as well. Maybe I'll do a shag beginner's course. Or a Lindy Hop advanced, I'm not sure.
And I couldn't really decide which of the dance classes I wanted to do, so I just got a 10 lesson card where I can go to any sessions, and yeah, I'll just try it out. If I don't like one course, I just don't do it. And the normal course would be like 12 sessions, so I can also just do a normal course with this 10 sessions, and then I have to pay 2 extra. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, definitely want to do some kind of dancing. So yeah, definitely want to dance. I definitely like dancing is one of the pillars that I really need in my life. Dancing, singing, improv, and some sport. That's already 4 weekdays. Fuck. Also on Saturday, there's always another improv session from the Rice Cookies that I couldn't go to because I was dancing. But then I joined them later, first at the Isa Fest, and then for karaoke. And I really loved that there was no smoke in the air. I'm so not used to that, going out and not sitting somewhere where people smoke. This is so cool. And yes, that's why I hate Austria. I mean, it's getting better slowly, okay, yes. But still, Germany had this law for like forever, almost. I'm so still not used to it, and I loved it so much. That was the karaoke. Right. On Saturday I could have gone to the Isar Inselfest again, and I could have watched Notenlos, which are 2 guys who improvise on pianos. So musical improv, more or less. I really want to see a show from them once. But I decided against it, and I decided to finally go surfing. So I took my board and went somewhere. And I'm not gonna tell you where I went. I went to a place where you can surf. See, the thing is, the people there were really annoyed by me filming because they're afraid that if I publish stuff that there will be even more people because there are already so many people there. On the other hand, I would argue that it's really not so hard to find out about that place. I mean, I didn't know anything about surfing when I came to Munich, and I figured it out. So really it's not that big of a secret if you have Google. But I just don't want to be the one telling you, because then the people there will hate me for it. And that's just not worth it. I mean, I don't want to annoy them. But I am gonna show you my surfing progress, because I would argue that I made good progress. On the first day already, I managed to, you know, stand on the board. And then fall in the water. And I loved it.
Woohoo! Oh, I don't think that it's gonna get much better than this. Oh wait, of course it will, but not today. I managed, on my very first freaking day, I managed to glide in the middle of the wave and stand there. I even had almost a feeling for making turns. So this was great, this was amazing. Oh, surfing is cool. I love it. I mean, I just started to love it when I actually managed to stand on the board for more than 2 seconds. That was great, that felt so good. Oh!
Second day was not so positive because I got a lot of, you know, negative vibes from other people. They just didn't like that I was there, you know, taking over their spot, and, you know, they have to wait longer now and whatever. The people I stood next to, they just didn't like the beginners. And the fact that there are so many people at the wave now. Which I can understand, I didn't like waiting either. Because you wait quite a long time.
I mean, fair enough, I also don't really enjoy waiting that long just so I can fall into the water face first.
On day 3 I was surfing on the small wave, because first the wave is small and then it becomes bigger. And because there are almost no people for the small wave, I had time to practice there and I managed to surf it. And then on the 4th day, yesterday, I also surfed on the little wave. I would even say I was well in control of the board until somebody, you know, pushed me off. But then as a revenge, I did a jump start. Yes, I just tried that and it worked. And then I threw the board in his face or something. I don't know, I put it in the water, but I felt like I hit him. Also, I kind of destroyed the front of my board yesterday. Well, destroyed. It has some here. It's a bit broken already. I kind of crashed it into something or someone. Well, happens. But yes, surfing is fun, but it does depend a lot on the people that you're surfing with. Because I had both. I had very negative feelings towards the people, but then there were also some very, very nice people who helped me film and who gave me tips on how to do better and just good vibes. So I experienced both. So overall, those 4 days of surf vacation were kind of nice, and I guess I would make even more progress if I continue going. At the end of my 4th day yesterday, I managed to go from one side to the other side. So yeah, it was pretty cool. And then I fell in, of course. But yeah, surfing is really fun, and I definitely want to do that again. But the wave is closing on Sunday, so yesterday was my last day surfing there for this season. I am intending to go there again next season, or maybe go to the Eisbach. There's the big wave that is dangerous, and there's the small wave, which might be too small for this small board, but that we will figure out in a future video. But yeah, it was good to have those 4 consecutive days of surfing. I had a pretty nice rhythm going on. I was getting up at 11 in the morning, then I got ready to go surf. I went to surf. In the evenings I had some evening entertainment, we'll get to that in a second, and then afterwards I was usually editing from midnight to 3 in the morning. Or watching political discussions, because even though I'm in Germany, I am still Austrian, and I do have to vote in the general election that is coming up in a week. That's also why I'll go to Austria tomorrow. Right. So evening entertainment. On Sunday, for instance, I went to a concert from SoulFoodDelight, the a cappella choir that I might possibly join. And I already have the task to prepare a few songs, and then there will be a kind of trial for me. One of the songs I have to prepare is Attention by Pentatonics. Dum dum ba dum dum da dum 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 ba dum ba dum dum ba dum dum ba dum ba dum dum ba dum ba dum ba dum dum ba dum bum da dum 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 ba dum ba dum da dum 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 ba dum dum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba dum bum da dum 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 ba dum ba dum da dum dum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba di da ba dum ba di da ba dum ba di da ba dum ba da. Whoa, that's something I have to prepare, for instance. Yeah, so I mean, a cappella singing is nice. I mean, I would love to join them. They are really good. and I really like their songs. Because they are so good, my expectations to get in are about 50%. I'm not sure if I'm good enough for that, but I certainly hope that I am. So we will see. Anyway, so that was a Sunday. I get distracted a lot here. So much to talk about. Then on Monday, I went to an improv show by Scuba Drivers, which is an English improv group.
What kind of activity do you do on the Oktoberfest? Flirting. Flirting. Sex with me is like flirting.
Sex with me is like flirting. You start something, but actually never get to the point.
The show wasn't, super special, but the location was interesting for me in case I ever do a show with this again. I kind of want to continue my solo beatbox a cappella improv loop station show.
That stage could work for me.
Maybe it would be better to find a smaller slot in an existing comedy show where there are already people, because I don't know people in Munich yet, so if I just get a location, then there will just be no people there. Yeah, so many things that I want to do! Tuesday, I went to Improv from the Rice Cookies again, because I had to practice the games that we are gonna play today on Thursday, where I will be in an improv show from the Rice Cookies. Isn't that great? It's like my second week in Munich and I am already part of an improv show. Yes!
The reactor actually. There it is! The reactor! No, which machine is the reactor? Tony, stop bullshitting me! I know you were in your kitchen. I know there was an explosion. Okay, I heard it in the dresser where I put actually Tony, where do you heat up your coffee? I'm the micro, yes, actually the micro.
We're gonna play improv tonight, we're gonna be in a show. Haha!
Okay, the place is the moon. And can I get a relationship between these four brave volunteers?
The Beatles, yeah, I was gonna say that.
The Beatles!
Yeah.
The Beatles! So, try to show us as much as possible. I will count the time, and then you will have to relate half the time until time is over. I have a question, what's your favorite Beatles song? I don't know. Okay, are you ready? What do we say? 3, 2, 1, improv! We are here on the moon.
John, let's play that other song.
Yesterday we weren't there, so yesterday.
Yes! Today,
Also,
all the troubles seem so far away. Love is here to stay.
and now we are here on the moon.
The moon. Yesterday, suddenly, aliens is that what I see. Dum dum, and they're gonna kill you and me. Oh, I believe
They are going to kill the Beatles. 22.5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Improv. We are on the moon. We are on the moon. Moon.
yeah, Tony. Yesterday, the promise is far away. Tony, we are the moon to stay. Oh, I believe those are aliens.
If you're so good, then do it in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Improv.
Yesterday.
even yesterday, on Wednesday, after surfing, I went to yet another improv show from Bake This, which is also an English-speaking improv group, but they are fucking good!
And this has been a fascinating discussion.
And they also do musical stuff. And it was just a really good time that I had there. And potentially I might be able to join that group as well, but we will discuss that after the Improvember, which is an improv festival that happens in the beginning of November, that I will also join for at least one day. Musical improv, that would be so nice. We'll see if I still have time for that, because I mean, not like I don't have other stuff to do. So yeah, I managed to do the things that I wanted to do in this month, in this first month of living here in Munich, and that was to figure out what I do after work. There's lots of stuff happening. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the upcoming weeks in Munich. But yeah, that was the week. I hope that you enjoy those updates. I certainly enjoy making them. But with that, I will say goodbye. And I hope to see you again next week.
Make your backup and come surf.
And play improv. And join a cappella choir. Yeah, so many things. So many things. And get a job. You know, all the things. Do all the things.
I'll give you just 1 second. Moon rocket alien!